It's time for Hobbylink Japan's
Toy Tengoku.
Here we are in the warehouse.
Oh boy.
And you are Robin.
And you are Ardith.
Yes, we are here at Hobbylink Japan.
Yes.
And this is the warehouse. We are in the B section of the warehouse, and I have in my hands, I have purchase notice.
Because you bought something.
I did. That means that when I ordered something through Hobbylink Japan, they tell me in the morning after they fill the orders and say, okay, well, here's yours. I get a piece of paper, and that means I get to go out into the warehouse.
And pick it out of the box your very self.
That's right.
Wow.
And so here we are, because what I'm going to pick today is something we'll take a look at on today's episode.
Oh, great.
Yeah, so it's over here. We're out in the B section.
B. B for, oh boy.
And
Awesome stuff.
Here we go. Check it out. This is a small stash of loot from Fewture.
Fewture.
Fewture. And here we have the G1 repaint version. This is the G1 from Gatchaman.
Mm-hmm.
And then there is what I ordered, which is the G5 God Phoenix repaint version.
Wow.
Oh.
You dropped your purchase notice.
I did.
Oh no.
Arg.
Arg. Aisle. And then you have to peep it out,
I
right?
have to peep it out so that we know that what is where in the inventory. So first I peep in the location, and then I peep in the item, and then I'm peeping in the item. Okay. And then when I push this button, it's mine. Yay! It's mine. Yes.
It's yours.
Yes, I have the God Phoenix. So we're going to be taking a look at the God Phoenix
Wow.
in this episode, but we're also next time.
Want me to hold that one?
Yeah, please. We're going to
Thank you.
continue the Gatchaman theme next episode with a look at Fewture's G1 repaint version. These are going to
Wow.
be about the same size. I think they're non-scale. Of course, the G1 would fit into here. You would see this is supposed to be the back jobby on this.
Uh-huh.
The G1 would go inside the G5.
Uh-huh.
As Gatchaman fans know.
Wow.
Of course, this is the 40th anniversary.
40th anniversary.
Yeah, of
Wow.
Gatchaman. And so Fewture has brought out these nifty things.
Wow.
And now I have got Phoenix. And we are going to go into the studio
All right.
and take a look at them.
Sounds great.
All right. You can bring that
Oh, I
along.
can?
We're gonna
Oh, all
look
right.
at that next time.
Cool.
So
Fantastic.
we'll just go ahead and bring them both in now.
Yay.
And here we go down the long way to go to the office.
There's some t-shirts and other wearables
King
down there.
Ghidorah. Woohoo!
King Ghidorah.
Yeah.
More modeling supplies
And then
over
we
there.
go on up to the A section.
UFO catcher stuff there.
Hey, look.
Hey,
look,
what?
It's the desktop reel McCoy.
Ooh.
Desktop reel McCoy.
We mentioned that really briefly a couple of episodes ago, didn't we?
We did. It's come out.
Wow, look at that.
Wow.
That's amazing.
You know what? We should take a look at this episode,
We should.
too.
We should.
You know what?
You've got the magic peeper.
Got the magic. What do you think? Should it? Where's the... Quick, here we go. Here's the location. Oh, ho, ho. And then... Should I do it?
Go for it.
I do it. Oh, and I push this button. It's official. Okay.
I'll just carry the G5 too.
All right. Hey,
Awesome.
we're going to have a really super good episode now.
I have a double handful of Gatchaman goodness.
Wow, and I have the latest in the desktop Real McCoy
Technology.
series of- Woo. You know, there was a pop-up book that goes with this that this is based on.
Oh, yeah?
In the pop-up book.
Uh-huh.
You know, I've got that pop-up book
Really?
at my desk. We could
Wow, cool.
we could show it together with this.
That would be great.
All right.
That would be fantastic.
Now we're about to open the door
into the
the
office.
official type office. Here we go. All right, and then on to the studio.
All right, studio time.
Here we go. Going into the studio. Going into the
Oh
studio.
no, the lights are off in the studio.
Here we are in the studio.
Back in the studio.
That's right. And we have the Gatchaman God Phoenix, the G5 repaint version from Fewture. And we have the one-piece desktop Real McCoy
Yes.
3.
Yes.
Let's start with the God Phoenix. 'Cause
Okay.
I've been waiting so long for this.
How long have you been waiting?
A good few months.
40 years?
Yeah, well, I thought it was going to come out in June in time for my birthday, but
Uh-huh.
it got pushed back and pushed back and pushed back, and finally came out at the beginning of the month. So at last,
Yay.
yes, the God Phoenix. So let us take a look.
They just wanted to make sure it was extra good before they released it.
Yeah. Well, this is a repaint version of Fewture had brought out the Gatchaman vehicles in sets. This was a couple years ago, and now just in time for the 40th anniversary of Gatchaman, and of course the 50th anniversary of Tatsunoko.
Yes.
Now it's a repaint version, and I don't have the original ones, so I don't know how the colors compare, but we'll be able to see how nice this one is. So let's get the box opened up.
Yeah.
Gotten it out of the package now.
Wow.
And here it is, the God Phoenix,
That's incredible.
mounted on its stand.
Now that's die cast, right?
Yeah, it is.
So it's got a nice
It's
heft to it.
mostly die cast, and I tell you, I have the Unit 5 God Phoenix, which is a little bigger than this, and this is every bit as hefty as that. I
Wow.
think this might actually be a little heavier than that.
Wow, cool.
And it has some ABS and PVC little jobby parts on it, but mostly like these are plastic. But the main body,
Wow. It's really detailed too. I mean, watching the show, you kind of look, oh yeah, it looks like it's one piece, but it's not. I mean, you can see like all the little panel lines and everything in it.
yeah. I mean, when I was a little kid watching Battle of the Planets, I loved to draw the Phoenix, and so I had the front part of it down really well. But I have never realized until getting this just how detailed the back end is.
Yeah.
Because on the back end, they give you a couple parts so that you can have these vents closed, or I really got it in there, or you can have them open.
Wow. That's a nice detail.
I never paid attention to that part. I had this part down. You know, this is where the G1 goes in there and all. And of course, you got Joe's car in the front, and you got the motorcycle over here, and the cycle, and then you got Jinpei's whatever the hell that thing is.
A scooter of some sort?
No, it's the orange head thing.
Okay.
It's this round kind of vehicle. It's orange, and the mouth opens, and then he comes out.
Yeah, I didn't watch much Gatchaman. I'm sorry.
Not a big Battle of the Planets fan?
Not really, no. Sorry.
It's so good.
Hey, I cut class once when I was in college to see that, and it was,
You and I did synchronized class cutting to watch that episode, I remember.
and it was a terrible,
It
terrible
was the
episode.
Space Safari episode.
Space Safari episode.
It was excellent. I
remember watching it
I'm a
going-
big fan of Tiny. I liked Tiny a lot.
You're
so.
a big fan of Tiny. That's the only kind of fan Tiny has. I remember watching it, and I was literally thinking, I cut class for this?
I was rejoicing. Of course, Battle of the Planets was Sandy Frank's English dub of Gatchaman, and greatly slice and dice job
He
on
took
that,
some
too.
liberties with it, I think it's safe to say.
Let
But
me
that's
show-
okay. I mean,
Let me show you this fine thing. This is really neat. It has these option parts where you can display the bottom, the vents either closed or open.
Wow.
I have it right now, one open and one closed. But if you like, there's another one, so you can have them both be closed, or you can have them both be open.
Wow. That's pretty excellent.
And also there's little openings here where you can put in the landing gear. So here's the
if you
landing
want to
gear.
just have it parked on the
This one
ground.
goes in front, and then there's the two that support underneath.
Wow.
And there's also these where you can plug these in when you don't have the landing gear in use. So you can plug these so that the finish all matches.
I don't know. I kind of like it displayed on the stand that shows it like it's in flight. That's really cool.
You know, when I got the stand out of the box, I'm like, this is going to hold this up, because this is hefty. How is this going to hold this up? And yet it does.
Just
it just
sets right
slides
on there.
right in there, supports it from the bottom and from the top,
Perfectly balanced.
and it stays up.
Wow.
It's so great. I have like I said, the Unit 5, and that kind of comes up onto the bottom, and then there's these, brackets that come around the front, and mine is always sliding off of that. Yeah, but I may have a new Phoenix to display now.
That is wonderful.
This is nice and real. Of course, it'll be a good earthquake detector because it's not rigid on there; it wobbles. So hey, I can know by the amount of wobbling whether we're having a 2, 3, 4,
Or
5 or time to head for the exits.
Yeah.
So there we go. The God Phoenix. It even has the neat little bubble on top. This is the way you get in and out of the God Phoenix. And it's a neat, clear little bubble.
Wow.
It's very, very nice. I am really happy with this.
That is a nice piece. Very nice.
The finish is beautiful. I've always liked the Gatchaman logo. Just because it looked really neat.
An amazing retro piece for your collection.
This is really, really slick. So yeah, the God Phoenix from Fewture in their ES Gokin line. So, oh, I'm sorry. This is the EX Gokin line.
EX,
The
okay.
ES are the little cute ones.
Oh, okay.
But this is the EX for excellent.
Well, while Ardith had that awesome God Phoenix G5, I have something as amazing as well. This is the Desktop McCoy One Piece 03 display piece. And I'm just going to go ahead and turn the box around slowly so that we can have a look at this. Now, we showed you another one of these a couple of episodes ago, and we did mention this one at that time, and it's finally come out. And as Ardith has said, this is actually based on the cover illustration that was done for a pop-up book. Now, what artist would be more perfect for a pop-up book than Eiichiro Oda? Check this out. Look at this. I'm going to get this thing out of the box and get it together, and then we're going to get some pop-up book action going on. Here it is, out of the box and put together. Very similarly to the other one we've looked at, it kind of all slots together like a large gashapon piece would. And it was really pretty easy to put together.
How many pieces was that?
You know, I forgot to count. It was maybe 5 pieces. I mean, there's the dragon with the guys already sitting on him. And then you have to put Usopp's hand in place, holding the flag. You have to put the dragon's wings on. And then you have to put the parrot in place. And then the dragon has to mount into the base, and that's it. And look at this. I mean, I know that a lot of the time when I look at Oda's art, I think that would be so awesome in 3D. You just want to get into his art and walk around and look at stuff from every single angle. And with this, you can. This is amazing. Look at this. This just kind of makes you smile just looking at it. And you know, it's not as massive as you think. I mean, you can see, you can compare the size of it with my hands. It's not really all that big, but look at how much impact this piece has. Look at how colorful it is. And you know, I love this dragon. And you know why?
Why?
See, it reminds me of the dragons out of that series of kids' books that was My Father's Dragon.
Yeah, like Root Style Skenettes.
Yeah.
Yeah, Elmer and the Dragon.
And My Father's Dragon, and then there was a third one, right?
Yeah, there was. The Dragons of Blue Land.
The Dragons of Blue Land. He looks a lot like those dragons. And I mean, he's a friendly dragon. He's like a stripy stocking dragon. He's all red and white and stripy, and he's smiling, and okay, he maybe just barely fits the definition of a dragon, but he's really cool.
Yeah, I've had this book for years, and I never realized about these little front feet until we got him out of the package.
Yeah.
And he has these little tiny
Now,
feet.
can you see his back feet in that picture?
No.
Okay, well, that's the neat thing. I'm going to turn the dragon around, and we're going to be able to see. He actually, I hope Ryan can see, he actually has little back feet there. And the person that sculpted this had to put those back feet on. He had to go, you know what? This thing's got front feet. It probably has another set of feet somewhere, too, so we'll put the other feet back here. And we do have a little bit of forced perspective going on here, but that's okay. It's still really, really neat. And, you know, I was looking at the packaging, and I'm going, man, Zoro doesn't look like he's having a very good time. But, you know, if you look at him, he is smiling. He's just smiling a little bit, but he's smiling. He doesn't want anybody to know that he's having a good time riding on this red and white striped dragon. And, of course, you know, Luffy's having a great time because he always has a great time. And, you know, Usopp, he's just having the time of his life. He's laughing his head off. That's just an awesome feeling for him, soaring through the clouds. I just love this. I mean, look at the parrot. Look at the parrot. That parrot is just amazing. He's got every single feather in place. This is so cool. I hope they keep doing these things. You know what I want them to do? I want them to do something from Strong World. Because the movie that came out a couple of years ago, because there were some amazing creatures in Strong World. Because Oda just pulled out all the stops for Strong World and just had all kinds of amazing monsters and creatures and critters and that. I'd love to see some three-dimensional versions of those. Hey, can we see some more of that pop-up book of yours?
I'm really tickled that they did this because on the pop-up book, this cover illustration is the only one that doesn't pop up.
Doesn't pop up, and now it does.
And now it does.
In
It's
the
like,
best way possible.
absolutely. This is just so. They did the forced perspective so well.
Yeah.
You know, and to do that with the horizon
And the clouds.
Yeah. This is
I'm looking at it from a different
amazing.
angle than everybody else. I'm looking at it from
Amazing.
back up here. But let's have a look at some of the things in that book, though.
Well, let me show you the book real quick. This was something that Hobbylink Japan sold in 2007.
Mm-hmm.
It came out from Shueisha, which is the publisher of One Piece and Jump Comics. And this came out in 2007, the 10th anniversary of the One Piece manga. Of course, now it's the 15th anniversary because it's 5 years later.
Yeah.
But this came out in 2007. It sold out just like
Oh,
that. And what it does is it goes through the various arcs of the series up to that time. So here we have the Going Merry. Wow.
I love pop-up books. I know I'm a grown-up and stuff, but I love pop-up
And
books.
hidden under little tabs are also things to do with it.
Oh, hey, look.
Because there's the
Luffy's
straw hat
Wow.
that Shanks gave to Luffy. And then you tuck it back under there for safety. And then this turns to show the different characters and then something to do with them.
Oh, wow. Oh, that's pretty cool.
So it doesn't turn as well as it ought.
Wow. Amazing. Let's see the next page. Let's see the next page.
Okay, so you have to turn it very slowly so that everything has a chance to go back down where it needs to go.
Aye.
Woo!
Oh.
We got the Battle of the Giants, and you can make them.
Rawr, rawr, rawr. Wow. That's cool.
Also going on there. There's also various things that were going
Ooh,
on.
fish.
Fish can eat an island, man.
Yikes. You don't want to mess around with that fish. Ooh.
Volcano.
A volcano. We should have a kids show on like some, public television network. Hey, let's read a book, kids. Wow. Oh, it's a pumpkin.
It goes around and around.
Wow. Oh, keep going, keep going. This is so cool.
Although
Aye.
I'm sad that they don't have Usopp riding Carl the Giant Duck.
Oh, man. Yeah,
That's
that would
one of
be
my
excellent.
favorite memories from this arc. And here we go.
Wow.
Woo. Who's Going Merry? Entering the...
Wow, that's neat. And I love pop-up books because, they're so intricately engineered. Somebody has to sit there and figure out how all this works. Might want to maybe prop it up a bit.
There we go. Well, this is a...
Oh,
Here it is
cool.
up in the clouds. Here's the beanstalk that you
Oh, yeah.
get up here. So here it is.
Is that from the Skypiea arc?
Yeah, I believe so. And
Wow.
They have little tabs on here to show what's able to be grabbed and what
Wow.
isn't. See the oars
Oh, cool.
go up and down?
Wow.
Okay, let's see what we have over here. Woo!
Beanstalk.
Here we are going up the beanstalk. And- oh,
Wow.
snake!
Aye.
Ah!
A very large snake. It was the biggest snake I'd ever seen.
Hello.
Oh, wow.
Ta-da.
Look at that. Oh, that's amazing.
Look, they're having this battle. I thought, wait.
Wow.
Here he comes. Ah!
Aye. Wow, that is amazing.
Oh,
Yep, hang on
no.
a sec. Yep. There we go. There we go. Arrgh.
Wapo! And look, there's Chopper.
He says,
And
I wave my
Hiduruk's-
flag.
Hiduruk's flag.
Chopper is defiant.
This is Hiduruk's tree.
Wow.
This is where the cherry blossoms came from.
Oh,
that are on
on
the
Chopper's flag.
Yep.
Yeah.
And, wow, there he
Aye.
is.
Oh, you didn't say there was full frontal male nudity in this.
Well, there's a convenient snowball there.
A snowball, ladies
Get
and
it.
gentlemen.
Woo!
look at that.
Wow.
Wow.
Cool.
Hey, look, that looks kind of like the dragon.
Hey, that does. He's stripy on the inside. Let's turn that on. Wow. So there's a stripy one and a
gold-colored one.
And then over here.
Put that back under.
Boing. Oh, there's the Going Merry.
There it is. Very tiny.
And then looks like this does something. Oh, I guess it's just the water's come out from here. And
oh, wow.
there's Rufy standing up to this guy. I think he's supposed to stand up. Is he going to stand up? Well, he mostly stands up.
Most sort of stands
Oh,
up.
well, I guess if you're looking at it this way.
Yeah.
And the thing is, these aren't just printed on the front, they're also printed on the back, so I can see the front of Rufy here. So I can kind of turn around. There he is.
Yay.
Yay.
Like I said, this is some amazing engineering involved in these. Aside from just being fun.
This got me going on actually collecting Japanese pop-up books for various anime.
Wow.
Like in these 70s, they were real big. They're called Tobidase Ehon, or flying picture books.
Oh, cool.
They're flying out picture books.
That's a perfect name for them.
I have an awesome one for Diapolon.
I'll bet
It's
you
the
do.
best. But there's a lot of neat Kamen Rider ones too, and some of the robots of the 70s. And hey,
Wow.
so this isn't just Chopper. There's also Usopp back here, and
Oh, yeah,
Usopp
little tiny
has
Usopp.
got his slingshot.
In between Chopper's antlers.
Yeah,
Wow.
and it
he's
goes
gonna
all
let
the way
somebody
back,
have
so you
it.
get like that forced perspective on that.
Wow. Force perspective is so much fun.
And there's Sanji and Mr. Two going at it, and when you open this, they come flying at each other.
Aye. Wow.
Wow. Mr. Two, man, he's a god.
I'm God among men.
Jodan Janayo. Okay, and this is check it
Vivi
out.
and-
This is Vivi on Pell,
Yeah.
on Peru.
Wow.
I remember up to the time of this arc, this is the Alabaster arc, and up to this time, a lot of us fans were kind of comparing notes and saying, nobody ever dies in One Piece. You see everybody in danger, but you never actually see anyone die. Peru died.
Yeah.
And then we said,
spoiler.
and then we said, oh, sorry, and then we said, uh-oh,
Uh-oh.
this really is serious, isn't it?
Yeah.
Wow. Here's Nami, and you can see her from front and back.
Wow, that's a pretty impressive
Wow.
little bit of work there.
And then finally,
Last but not least.
ta-da! Zoro and his battle.
Wow. That's amazing.
It's
I'm glad that you
folded
got
with
that.
this.
I bet this book is a little hard to find now.
I have not looked up. I intended before we did the show to come on and maybe do a search on one of the internet auctions or something and just see, is this hugely collectible or hugely rare? But I didn't get a chance to. But I don't care. It's mine, and I love it. So,
And
so there it is. And by the way, this is called the One Piece Grand Paper Adventure in 3D.
In 3D.
Yeah.
And this is the One Piece Grand Plastic Adventure in 3D.
Ah, too great. Questions?
We've got questions.
Indeed we do. So
Yay.
let's hop right into it.
Yes.
Hermit Boy 289 Product says, I really want to see what a 1/6 and 1/8 scale figures looks like. I'd like to see how tall they are in comparison. That would be kind of neat if
would
we
be,
could
yeah.
get some figures together and just say, okay, this is quarter scale, some of the popular scales, quarter scale, sixth scale, 1/7 scale, 1/8 scale, 1/10 scale, 1/12 scale.
Yeah.
Maybe
would be
think
cool.
about that in a future episode.
Yeah, that would be neat to do.
Okay. Sour Strawberries asks, where do you find the room to put all of that on your desk?
It is an issue, yes. After a while, it gets to be a real issue.
They have supplied us desks that have kind of almost
A shelf thing that kind of goes
Yeah.
over the top.
right, and so you have several things
Yeah,
on yours.
it's pretty crowded, getting pretty
Yeah,
crowded
mine
up
too.
there.
But we do have like double level desks so
Yeah.
that it's double the display space on the desks. Yeah. Liam the Great asks, you had trouble with Tester's paint? Tell me more. I've always heard people speak highly of the brand, but have never used it because model stores in the UK don't really stock it. I wanted to go ahead and mention about this. I was talking about when I painted the Yamato. I had a little mechanic scale Yamato back in 1980, and how I painted it with Tester's paint, and it was probably still sticky now. That was user error, I'm sure, because
You're supposed to use those with primer, right?
Well, you're probably also supposed to thin them some too. I used it right out of the bottle, which I didn't know. I didn't know. I didn't really have
It's
modelers.
model paint. You put it on a model.
Yeah,
What's
you
to
go
know?
down. You go down to Ben Franklin. You buy the little bottle of
Model paint.
paint. It was a little glass bottle, and then you just dip your brush in it and you paint it just like that. And so I didn't thin it with anything, and it was really thick and gloppy. But that was not the product's fault. That was, non-experienced model kid's fault. So anyway, so that was the problem with Tester's paint, was the person using it. So just wanted to clarify that. So, okay, Mecha Blaze Eagle asks, what's the definition of Tengoku? Because the name of this is Toy Tengoku. So what is the toy Tengoku?
It means heaven, right?
Yes, because that's where we work.
Hobbylink Japan is toy heaven.
Absolutely.
You've seen out in the warehouse.
Absolutely.
You know, sometimes when I get depressed, I'll take a couple of minutes and I'll go walk around out in the warehouse. And I'll just look at all the cool stuff out there. And after a few minutes, I feel a lot better. Yeah.
Riser188 points out, now this is something that I knew was wrong as soon as it had come out of my mouth, was we were talking about working.
Velcro.
I can't believe you said that. We were talking about working when we had the Nendoroids episode. And there was working, and it had come up about the first series and the second series. And it was working 2 exclamation points. And I said, oh, that must mean it's like the second series. And you said, no, I think you're thinking of K-On. And I said, oh, no, but I knew you were right. And Riser points out that working, the second season of working is working apostrophe 2 exclamation points. They are pronounced absolutely the same.
Yeah.
I've checked on the Japanese wiki site for working, and it says the yomikata, the way it's pronounced, the way it's read, is exactly the same. So
Well, there you go.
working pronounced the same. But
Thank you.
the one the apostrophe is second series. So thank you, Riser. Taco Talk asks, they really liked the All Nendoroids episode, and can we please see an episode with all Figmas?
Yeah, we could probably do that sometime.
Can
That would
wrangle
be
some
fun.
Figmas?
Yeah.
Figma Roundup.
Figma Roundup.
Yeah, they're really poseable.
Yeah.
That Sunred was the first one that I ever really, got to handle much, and he was a lot of fun.
Yeah, he's a lot of fun. Yeah.
Figmas.
Figmas.
Okay, now we have a double dose here. Another question from Liam the Great, but it's an important question, so we are going to go ahead and do it here. He says, I have a couple of Play Arts Kai figures, but they stand not too well on their own. Does HLJ sell figure stands that would hold them? Help me, Toy Tengoku, you're my only hope. And he wrote again, because after that we did the Play Arts Kai Mass Effect figures with you and TV's Ryan.
TV's Ryan.
And he asked then again too, please look into what stands hold a Play Arts Kai figure. I want to be able to display my Solid Snake and Ninja without fear of them falling over. Well, Bashful left a comment on hobbylink.tv, and he said, I use and then he had a link to an item in our catalog to display all 3 figures, because he has all 3 of the Mass Effect figures from Play Arts Kai. I suspect that any of the other Tamashii stages will work. What he pointed to in our catalog,
Is that it right there in the corner?
it is it on the catalog, on the corner.
In the corner.
In the corner, behind Sanomaru. And that is Tamashii Stage Act 5, Action Support Type for Mechanics. Now, they also make humanoid ones, but the humanoid ones are a lot finer.
Yeah.
It's just not as...
Not as sturdy, maybe?
That's the word, yeah. It's just...
I think that's a good idea,
let me
because
show you what this looks like.
The Play Arts Kai figures are very solid, and they're rather heavy. And I remember going, I don't know if we sell anything that's going to support those, because those things are pretty seriously
These are designed for a little more massive a figure, because it would be like a robot or something mechanical.
Right.
And you get 3 of them in the package.
Well, there you go.
And so even though I think when they made this, they're thinking of like the Robot Tamashii figures, or the SH Figure Arts, or the SIC ones. And those tend to be smaller than the Play Arts Kai. But the way the base works, that works really well for a figure to stand on.
Yeah, that's a good solid support there. So.
And they are able to be connected together. They don't
great.
take up a lot of room. You can connect
Low
them
profile.
together. Right, exactly.
Low
It doesn't have a
profile.
real big footprint.
Yeah, not a good
Not a big footprint.
Yes.
So yeah, so this, thank you Bashful for the tip.
Yeah.
And yeah, of what we have. A lot of our doll stands have these big round.
Yeah. Those
And-
can be a bit of an issue if you don't have a whole lot of
so
room
I
on your
think
shelf.
this would really work
Yeah.
well. For those
Perfect.
Play Arts.
Thank you,
figures.
Bashful.
So thank you Bashful, and
Thank
there
you
you
so
go,
much.
Liam the Great. Have
Yay,
a great
check
time
it out.
with Now we have a special new section of the show, and that is
And it has nothing to do with, we do not have hand puppets. We wanted to do hand puppets, but
man.
Sorry.
you forgot the hand puppets.
I know, I forgot the hand puppets.
So
It's all my
this
fault.
section is our favorite comment.
Comment.
Our favorite comment of the recent batch. And so you have a favorite comment, and it's a big long comment. So when I picked my favorite comment, it was my favorite comment too. But you already picked it. So I picked 3 shorter comments.
Okay.
So I'll do my 3 short ones
All right.
first, and then you can do your big one.
Okay.
Okay. So my first favorite comment, number 1, was from Mr. 19422491. Hut. And his comment was, Giant Gorg!
Yay.
I love Giant Gorg. Someone else
Made her
loves
very
Giant
happy.
Gorg. That's wonderful. Yeah, that was when we had the little Grand Mechanics collection Sunrise ones. Giant Gorg is probably the best anime show that most of you have never seen. Excellent
I
show.
will concur. I will concur.
Yeah, 1984 from Sunrise. Check it out, Giant Gorg.
Yeah.
Excellent show. Okay, my second favorite short comment was from Prime92. And he says, when you're talking about Gao Geiger, you need to yell. That was from when we disrupted the office with the dividing.
I want to party with
driver.
Prime 92.
Absolutely, absolutely. There's some Melankuma action starting from 6/16 in my Tokyo International Anime Fair video part 1. He's one bad bear. ALX Kid 21 got to meet Melankuma. He got to meet Melankuma.
We worship you.
Yeah, absolutely. Wow. And he shared the experience in this video.
Oh, yeah.
It's so, of course, the first thing we do, we go and watch it and go, he's so lucky. And the first thing we thought was, he's so lucky. The second thing we thought was, Melankuma was in Tokyo?
Yeah.
And we could have seen Melankuma and we didn't see Melankuma. Oh, man. So, yes, you are so lucky.
You rock.
Yeah. So if you want to know what the experience is like, go check out his video.
Yes.
And we are hopeful that since Melankuma came down to Tokyo, that maybe he'll do it again.
Yeah. And then we will get
Someday,
Yes.
someday.
Meet Melankuma.
Meet Melon
in
and run
person.
and then run
And
like
run
hell.
from him.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, my favorite comment is a rather long comment, but that's okay. It's from Y10NRDY, and it says it is as follows. I love this show. In fact, HLJ has been bombarding us with high-quality videos that seem to hit that sweet spot that all collectors have, where we are able to be tantalized as well as informed. As a figure collector, Toy Tengoku is my favorite. It's like watching 2 cool ants talk about figures, which may sound weird, but once you watch it, you'll understand what I mean. Ardith and Robin are nice ladies with a lot of knowledge and a strangely soothing presence on the show. Very unique.
Wow. Wow.
You know what? That's
I had
like-
no idea.
That's like the nicest thing anybody's ever said about me.
Absolutely.
I've certainly been described as
it's
strange in the past, but never strangely soothing before. Thank you very much. You're very kind to say
We
that.
applaud
Thank you.
you. Thank
Yay.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Wow, what an episode. Whew,
Yeah.
what an amazing episode.
And we're going to have more to come next time.
Oh boy.
Yeah, next time we're going to be looking at the G1
Oh boy.
from Fewture
Yay.
in their EX Gokin line. And you'll have something neat picked out too.
I sure will.
Probably a figure.
I expect so, yeah.
Yeah. Well, we're also going to have the Tokyo Hobby Show coming up.
Yeah.
Which is the All Japan Moke,
Mhm.
which is modeling show.
Mhm.
That happens in Makuhari Messe, over in Makuhari, down in Tokyo. That happens around October 14th, 15th, 16th, 17th.
Wow, great.
Yeah.
That'll be fun.
So we're going to have a lot of videos up about that.
Fantastic. Those are always fun.
So this will go up during that time.
Okay.
So also check those out to see a lot of the
new upcoming stuff.
Absolutely, absolutely. So we're going to be looking forward
That'll
to
be a
going
lot
there
of
and
fun.
seeing that too.
Absolutely.
So we will be back with our next episode after the flock of the Tokyo
Yeah.
Hobby Show ones.
Yeah, and don't forget to check us out on Facebook.
Hobbylink.tv. But on Facebook, you can see close-up photos of these from all angles, shot by TV's Ryan.
Yes, check them out.
He's the Lancelot of the lens.
Absolutely.
So there we go. That's on Facebook.
Yes.
And you can see us also on YouTube. We really appreciate your watching and comments that you leave, and questions too.
Yeah.
We have a couple of questions that we didn't read today because we're researching the answers to it. Yes, we actually look things up.
Amazing.
Yeah. So we're working on answers to a couple of those there. So if you have more questions, please go right ahead.
Yes.
And then we have our new section of our favorite comments. And coming up, RSN.
That means real soon now.
We're going to have a contest.
Yes.
Yeah. So stay tuned for more details about that too.
Yes.
So that'll be coming up in the very near future.
All right.
A place that we'll be spending
the rest of our lives.
That'll be next time
On
Toy Tengoku.